I hope so. The reality is you get out there and the game, the game speeds up, adrenaline, all those things. So we tried to use the last 10 days and, kind of talk about, with the medical team, how can we best, minimize, risk. Look, these things are going to be happening in the game. And so just trying to, do the best we can at talking about what are some of the danger points or the high risk, levels. And, the last thing we want is here in a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months is, something happening again. We've got a long year this year and obviously he's got a long career ahead of him. So, like I said, I think we've tried to cover those things with the full understanding that he's going to get out there and be a ball player as well.
As far as the two hands on the follow through, is that something that was specifically worked on over these last 7 days and something that we might see more of here moving forward?
Well, as we're building up volume, that's one of the things that the doctors have identified. That can be one of the high risks, not necessarily just a one hand finish, but maybe the wild, violent one over the top of his head. I think it's, a little bit different than, maybe a secondary pitch. He's a little bit fooled on, swings with two hands and then finishes with one. Just the difference of that being under control and then the violent one that gets over the head. So, while he's building up his volume, his strength, all that, we've certainly tried to focus on the two-hand finish as he's taken, 100 swings, whatever a day, certainly trying to minimize the risk there for sure. I think you can say it's a normal series. I mean that's true, and then there's just the real part of it is we're at home and we're playing the Dodgers, and they've been they were certainly the best team last year, have been one of the better teams over a pretty long period of time, and they're off to an unbelievable start. So I think more than anything, I think it's a good test for us on a lot of things. Can we, pound the strike zone? Can we, get after it there? I think we're going to get tested at the plate. They've got three of the better pitchers in the league, and I think it's going to be a great test to kind of see where we're at. I think one of the main things is sometimes you come off the DL, hey, I'm back or whatever. I think the reality is, yep, you're back in games, but just making sure we're staying disciplined with the shoulder program. Just because you're going back out there and playing games, there's still going to be 20, 25 minutes, whether it's pregame, whether it's postgame, making sure you're doing your exercises, making sure you're doing your treatment and doing everything possible to make sure your shoulders staying as strong and steady as possible. I think it's the swing. I think, we may be, at a point where you may not see some of the matrix sliding, the pullbacks right now. Just understanding, and I think he understands. The more pounding he takes on the ground with that, then obviously that can be greater risk and things like that. So just understanding risk reward, understanding that we've got a long season ahead of us, and for his career and stuff going forward, he's got more years than this year as well.